My plan today is to ride more than I ever have before in a single day, and then do that again for the next 5 days. Over the next 6 to 10 days, I'm going to attempt to bike 1,000 kilometers and 19,000 meters of elevation gain in the Taunus Bikepacking event, just west of Frankfurt in Germany. I just arrived at the Epstein Project, which is the campground that is hosting this event. Let's go check this place out. Second dinner. Okay, my bags are packed and I'm ready to go. I am headed up to the breakfast right now. Gonna meet everybody again before we get started. Breakfast in belly, 2 cups of coffee down. It's an amazing morning, perfect weather, and got about just 1 hour till I leave now. Make sure my bike is all good, check it all over, get to the starting line. And just like that, I've gotten started. It's going uphill immediately. I'm not even on the trail yet. 200 meters. My plan today is to ride more than I ever have before in a single day, and then do that again for the next 5 days. I will be happy if I get 12 hours of riding time in today, but the real goal is 150 kilometers. Every 10 kilometers is 1% complete. And I do 10 kilometers in about 45 minutes. So this is gonna be a long one. Current average speed, 13.7 kilometers an hour. I'm meeting goals right now. This is going well. There's more downhill than I expected. 50 kilometers in. Just hit my first train crossing. We're back on the move though. This is crazy. My back's starting to hurt. I'm gonna have to stop around 80 kilometers, my halfway point, and fuel up, supplement up, ibuprofen up. Okay, taking a quick break, kind of pre-lunch, pre the 80 that I wanted to go, but I could feel that I needed some food in me, so I'm having some nuts right now. I'm gonna put my salt mix into the water and keep going. About to go downhill for a few kilometers, so it'll give me some time to digest this. And yeah, what I was trying to say earlier is that all these bumps in the road are hurting my back just like it was during the Alps. So definitely gonna need to take some ibuprofen tonight and do some stretching. I realized that to get the 1,000 kilometers by the time of the party, I think I need to do about 160 kilometers per day. So that will be the goal. Here's one of the riders coming by now.
Bitteschön. Viel Spaß. Ah, ja.
Wow. That trail magic was so unexpected and so needed in the moment. That's when trail magic is the best. I had half a bagel with like sunflower seeds and cheese and Swiss cheese on top and some Coca-Cola, and I took one of these chimpanzee bars to go. Whew, I think we're about 75 kilometers in right now and got a little downhill, so feeling good. Made it to dinner. I'm about 125 kilometers in right now, maybe 130, and I'm gonna try to go another 25 or 30 tonight. Try to find a shelter somewhere. I haven't seen one in a while, but I'm having pizza, so I'm so excited right now. I need food. It's gonna be nice having a real meal before having to push on some, and this is gonna be my longest break of the day for sure. Hopefully I can find a spot to sleep before dark. That is the main goal right now. If it's 10 o'clock, 10:30 when I find somewhere, that will be fine. I should not have ordered the large beer. Oh boy, it's 8:15. It's gonna be getting dark in about an hour and 15 minutes. Probably won't start looking for a place to sleep until then. I just hit 150 kilometers a few minutes ago, and I took a little detour, maybe like 0.2 miles to get water for tonight and a Coke for right now. I have about a liter of water still, but I want to drink at least a liter before I go to bed, and then I need some for tomorrow, so I had to get some more. I wasn't seeing any cemeteries or anything. That's where we've been finding the water so far. I found the Shell gas station, found the water. We're doing it. Okay, we are about 155 or 160 kilometers in today, and I just found the shelter. I would not have seen this place if I didn't see Phoebe in here. We have an actual shelter to sleep in tonight. I am so excited for this. I expected to be sleeping in the grass next to some bench. There's picnic tables. I'm gonna sleep right in here on the ground. This shelter could not be better. This is the exact distance I wanted to go today. I'm so happy. It is 5:30 and we are on the move. I don't know about this water. It says it's clean, but there's a pretty good bit of sediment in here. Been riding along these calm rivers most of the morning. We're switching between roads and much more treacherous off-roads compared to yesterday. So a lot more to watch out for, and I have to go slow downhill now because I don't want to pop a tire. Been getting our water from cemeteries. Let me show you how it goes. Oh, it's a hard day. Okay, I needed that food. I was getting hangry there. I was having to tell the guys I was riding with, like, okay, I'm just gonna stop and have a snack, but really it was because I couldn't even listen to them talk, not let alone talk with them. Still feeling extremely tired, so I'm definitely gonna just go to bed earlier tonight. Last night I stayed up till 11. Hopefully I can make the 150 by 9 p.m. Just pulled into the shelter. This marks 1/4 complete of this event for me. 250 kilometers in, and I need to mark down on the paper with a stamp that's here, that's hidden, saying that I actually made it to this checkpoint. So let's go find that. Then I'm just gonna rest for a little bit. I need a break, and really I'm only 2/3 done for the day. I'm gonna try to get another 50 kilometers in. There's a long way ahead. I thought I was gonna nap here, but it's almost 3 o'clock already. I'd rather just push on, take some more caffeine, get going. Let's get this stamped on. So here is the paper saying all of the checkpoints. Got my first one to start. This is the second. I guess it's the first checkpoint. Oh, and here's the can. Oops. Checkpoint. Nice. I am begrudgingly going up another mountain right now. 153 kilometers in for the day. Gotta go up this mountain because on the way back from the last one, could not find a shelter, not a good campsite. I could camp right here in the grass or something, but I'm holding off for a shelter. somehow I still have energy. I really didn't think I was going to. So I gotta push up this thing. Then there's a nice plateau at the top, so I'm really hoping there's a camp up there. I just had a snack. I had a sandwich from Aldi that I had been storing, and I added some salami to it. So had another 900 calories or so. Gotta try and get as many calories in as possible. I rode about 15 kilometers more than I wanted to, so I think I'm about 315 kilometers in right now. I could not find a shelter. All I was looking for was a shelter. Got to a pretty fast parts. I was actually moving through this like last 10 kilometers or so, and now I'm about to go downhill, but it's about to get dark. I can't risk going down and then having to go up again. I'm cowboy camping here, just sleeping out under the stars. It's a beautiful evening. I am gonna check the weather, make sure it won't rain, but I got food to eat. I'm having my probably 5th meal of the day right now. Then I'll have a 6th meal, and then I'm gonna go to bed. It's 10 o'clock right now. You can see how light it still is. It is coming up on 6 a.m. right now. Got pretty cold last night, probably in the mid 40s, but I'm feeling, my sleeping bag is great. So I was warm. Made it to the highest point of the day, highest point of this second 250 kilometers, and we're at 619 meters right now. Got a long way down to go. Can't see it, but there's a beautiful view off. I got a river that's splitting into two, and these just amazing flowers. I cannot get over these flowers that are everywhere. It's gonna be a good day.
Why would I choose to do something like this bikepacking trip? I don't have the right bike, I don't have the right bags for it, I don't have the right clip-on shoes for the bike. Mostly though, I don't have the experience of riding off-road. Through my whole time riding on the French Riviera and the French Alps, I probably only rode off-road about 20 kilometers. And yet, I committed to riding 1,000 kilometers up and down mountains, most of it on gravel. So again, why would I choose to do this? Whenever I think of a question like this, why would I want to do this? I think of this guy, George Mallory. George Mallory is the first guy to climb Mount Everest. And when he did it, he was asked, why would you want to climb Mount Everest? And his answer was, because it's there. That's my answer to something like this. When I see something like this, it's because it's there. I have to do it.
Took a pretty good spill about 10 or 15 minutes ago, and I actually fell twice in the last hour. First one, totally inconsequential. Last one, I was going downhill fast and I hit my head pretty good. Helmet saved me, of course, and I'm more worried about my neck, but everything feels fine. Don't even have a scratch. Got a flat tire, so I'm replacing that right now. I think it's the exhaustion wearing on me and me not focusing. I'm just gonna keep it slow for the rest of the day. Got another 25-30 kilometers to go and get some rest. Now comes the nightly chore of trying to find some drink water before it gets dark. It's gonna be dark in about 1 hour from now. Well, the sun will be down. Hold on, we got a whole tractor passing. There's a cemetery in 3 kilometers. I think I can make it there. Really just coasting downhill right now, clearly, no hands. And yeah, it's a beautiful evening. I'm feeling fine. My neck's a little bit tweaked from the fall, but overall, it could have been much, much worse. We'll see how I feel in the morning though. Made this playground my campground last night, sleeping right on the Rhine. There's a castle up on the mountain, very cool. Everything is almost out of battery, so I'm going 30 kilometers right now to a bakery. Yeah, baby. It's about 6 a.m. right now, and as you can see, I made it to a campground last night. Did not go as far as I would like to have. I don't even know what mile I'm at. Probably only went about 120 kilometers yesterday though. Having a lot of pain. And yesterday was probably the most stressful day for me as well, because I was looking for power to charge all my devices. So the campground was a blessing. Got to charge everything, mostly my phone, like it's my navigation. And then my wireless charger wasn't working last night, but I got it working, so I can actually charge my phone
My knee pain is touch and go. It's actually might stop me from being able to finish this. I can't believe I'm saying that, but take it low and slow. Got a nice easy ride to start this morning.
While this is a stretch of my abilities, it's actually just training for me to do something even more difficult in the future. When you're physically fit, taking one more step or one more pedal is never gonna kill you. There's nothing that is so hard about walking that is going to end my life because it has strained me so much. That's what I like so much about backpacking. The limits of my abilities are based almost entirely on my mind's ability to continue. The limits are elastic, and cycling 1,000 kilometers stretch those limits for sure. Now, if I don't do anything for the next 5 years, those limits are gonna shrink back in. The memories will fade, I won't quite remember how this went. And if I don't do anything for the next 5 years, I almost definitely wouldn't be able to accomplish this 1,000 kilometer bike ride. But based on the huge bike ride that I did right before, this is a task that was well within my abilities. So not only am I physically training to be able to do these tasks, it is very much mentally training. And there's only one direction to go from here. No, that doesn't mean I'm gonna go hike Mount Everest or try to get the fastest known time on the Appalachian Trail, but I do intend to push myself much, much further than this 1,000 kilometer bike ride. I'm excited to see what that leads to.
This grocery store over here, I got all my food and was going to check out, and then they said that they only take Euro card, which I've never even heard of. They don't take Visa. So I had to go to the bank. My bank wouldn't let me get cash out for some reason at their ATM. I had to come to the gas station and get junk food. So I'm junk fooded up for the next like 70 kilometers. Hopefully this is enough. This is all I'm gonna have, but I think if I eat this now, I'll be able to snack on the rest as I go, and it will last me. It's gonna be a long 70K. What a crazy couple hours it's been. In the last 3 hours, I was hit by a car while going through an intersection. The police came, they took a report, they decided it was the other person's fault. So they drove me to a bike shop and I got the bike repaired. It was just the front tire that needed to be replaced, and because the rim was bent. You can see here I have a little bit of damage, but it could be much, much worse considering what happened. I hit them probably going like 17 kilometers per hour and they were probably going about 20. I actually broke their rear passenger window. I really don't blame them. It was a blind corner and I probably wouldn't have checked if I was in their position, but it was their fault. I had the right of way. I'm gonna get back on the road now. I have to ride 7 kilometers back up a mountain to rejoin that spot and continue the trek. 3 hours ago, I was riding through this intersection and got hit by a car. And so 3 hours later, I am standing back at this intersection with Subway in hand, a new tire with a dynamo, and adjusted brakes. This actually is not the end of the world. I'm gonna push as hard as I can today. I'm gonna stay hydrated and try to ride into the night a little so that I do not have to do the big mountain during the heat wave tomorrow.
It is coming up on 4 a.m. right now, and I'm about to head out.
I just completed the approach to the final mountain of Taunus Bikepacking. This is the largest mountain of the trip. It's 900 meters in height. So I just did a 4-kilometer approach route. Took us up probably a couple hundred meters, and now we have about 9 kilometers left to the top. I got my cup holder filled with cherries and a Nutella bar and a Cliff Bar, so I'm all snacked up and ready to go. Just ate a bunch of other snacks. I got 2.5 liters of water. There's a heat wave coming in today, so it's quite hot. It's time to go up. And frankly, I'm looking like I just did about 970 kilometers. This is some of the weirdest I've ever felt. I'm so exhausted. Everything is dirty. My lips are cracking. This is gonna be great to finish. I'm so glad that I got to see this through. Made it to the top. That was a crazy climb. I ended up carrying the bike for about 5 kilometers of it. I even took a break. Took a few breaks, short breaks, but I took like a 5-minute break just a few hundred meters down from the top here and didn't realize how close I was. So while I was sitting there, I pulled out my phone and saw how much I had left, and I just had to pull the bike all the way up. The top was the steepest part to get here. The last few hundred meters was so hard. I was stopping every 75 meters. It's a little hazy out today, so not too much of a view. I am gonna get on down and get to camp as fast as possible. Probably 25 kilometers left. $999 kilometers complete. 1 left to go. Riding it home. Almost there. Once I get to the front of the camp, I have to hump up the hill to the campsite, check in, and I will be done. Let's finish it off. Made it to the camp. There were a few times where it really crossed my mind that I wouldn't be able to complete this. I've done harder things, I've done more painful things, but nothing this hard and this painful for this amount of time.
There's this thing that happens when you spend enough time climbing mountains. You're heading up the mountain, you've been going for a very long time, and you start to see the light over the ridgeline. You think you're getting close to the top. And so you're going, you get up there, and then you look left, you look right, and you realize that you're not at the top. There's no view yet. When you look to the right, you realize that the trail just keeps going up. This is called a false summit. And so you do this again. You continue going up, and you think you've reached the top, and you're just at another false summit. This happens over and over. You're eventually going to get to the top. The top really is not what it's all about. This reminds me of an old story that we've all heard. Someone is climbing a ladder, and this ladder might be you going through high school. And when you go through high school, you go freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, senior year. And then you're at the top of that ladder. And then you go to college and you're a freshman again. You go through college and you get an entry-level position somewhere. You're at the bottom of another ladder. This continues on and on throughout life. And you can choose to stay at the top of any of these ladders and call it a good day. But there is another ladder lurking there for you to climb, should you choose to accept it. This is Jacob's Ladder, of course.
And just like that, Taunus Bikepacking number 5 complete. Feels crazy to do something like this and then for it to end. You know, you meet all these people, you do all these things, you cram so much new stuff into a short amount of time, and then it just ends and you gotta move on with life. It's very strange. It's hard to process. It takes time to process. So my plan for the next couple of days is to lay in an Airbnb, sit on the Rhine River, drink some Radlers, eat way too much food. Now I'm standing here at the train station. It's gonna take me to Frankfurt and then out to Wiesbaden, which is where I got the Airbnb. Looks like a nice place, so I'm excited for it. Got a long wait for the train right now though, and it's very hot today, 90+ degrees out, so I'm standing in the shade as best I can. Next moves after this Airbnb in Wiesbaden is looking like Amsterdam for 5 or 6 days, and then going to Dublin to meet my friend Dan. So it's gonna be amazing. Got more moves to come, but it's gonna be much more relaxed than what I've been doing for the last month now. I'm very excited just to slow things down some. It's been a lot to take in, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. I would do, if I had the choice between hanging out in towns and doing nothing for the next month or doing what I just did again, there's no doubt I would just keep going. There's no trading these unique experiences for anything. Nobody else can know what I just did unless they come and do it. They can watch these videos which might represent it, but really they're more of a journal for me to remember. The hard things that happened, the trail magic that showed up on the side of the road when no one expected it. times where I thought I might not finish, and then getting through it all, it makes it so that I can do more of these things in the future, do harder things, and enrich life more.